For Hinduism, I'll talk about the Diwali party I went to. I was invited to a Diwali party by my friend last year. I arrived to a house decorated with lots of religious paraphernalia and colorful decorations. And I saw not only Hindus or Indians at the party, but several people from varying races and ethnic backgrounds. I saw they had several sweet and savory food options laid out, and everyone was eating and mingling. Afterwards, the host started showing everyone how to dance, and everyone began dancing. After we finished dancing, we went outside and started lighting fireworks.
Walk past the trees and then shoot past.
Man,
The trees aren't gonna catch on fire.
he's
Famous
he's
last
launching.
Christmas. Now there's no trace of the dome.
He's launching rockets at China. He's defending
Why are you
India.
holding it like that?
Let go.
Bro, you're not him. You're not Harry Potter, bro.
Why is it so
Harry Potter. That's a shit camera. Is this not supposed to explode? It is. It is. Yeah, it's a rum.
There we go. Here, take.
Yeah.
Hey! Then you
Run.
Then you run.
See, this one's pretty cool right now.
Someone move it.
Ow.
After we finished lighting the fireworks, I still didn't understand what we were celebrating. So I asked the host and his mom. This is what they said.
Diwali is the festival of lights, and it's celebrating an important moment in Indian mythological history, which is basically when a god named Rama returned with his wife after defeating an evil king. So that's why Diwali is really really important, and we set off fireworks to symbolize the lamps that the city people lit while.
You ask me questions.
So, what's the importance of Diwali?
Well, Diwali is the festival of lights. We celebrate it in the Indian culture. It's actually the story of Rama and Sita. And when Rama came back victorious from his wars against evil, he was welcomed back with the celebration of Diwali. So the streets were lined with lights and there were fireworks and celebrations, and a lot of special foods are made at that time, and they are usually like a lot of sweets, a lot of savories, everything that we enjoy in India. We actually make 51 different varieties of things in the house, and we clean the house. It's like spring cleaning, and it's usually around fall, so there's a lot of harvest. There's a lot of fresh food everywhere, and all the families come together and celebrate, and we get lots of gifts from the elders as well.
It gave me a basic understanding. It still left me confused on why it was celebrated and how it was considered religious and why outsiders were welcome. A brief overview of what I learned about Hinduism is our Atman is trapped in the cycle of samsara. Samsara is the cycle of rebirth and redeath. Our Atman, or our soul, is like an actor playing a character. Like how once a movie is done, the actor steps out of being the character. Once we die, the Atman stops being us and goes back to being the Atman. This means that Hindus believe everyone is Hindu, whether they are an active practitioner or not. Our Atman is forced to endlessly take on the role of people and wishes to achieve freedom from this from the cycle or moksha. To achieve moksha, we must follow our dharma and the yogic paths. Our dharma is the role our Atman has chosen for us. It is believed our Atman gets to choose who our parents would be, therefore assigning us to a certain caste. There are four religious castes. Part of our dharma is following the caste we were born into. The yogic path and yoga isn't just meditating. That's only one of the many yogic paths. There are four major yogic paths: Raja Yoga is to achieve moksha through meditation and discipline. Jnana Yoga to achieve moksha through knowledge and introspection. Karma Yoga, which is doing selfless acts without focusing on results to achieve moksha. And Bhakti Yoga, which is achieving moksha through puja or worship of a deity. Hinduism is a monotheistic religion with the supreme god Brahman, but the supreme god has many avatars that can be worshipped. Ironically, there's only one temple of Brahman. The story goes that he disrespected his wife, who cursed him to only have one temple. In Hinduism, each god has a corresponding goddess. With all these things to do, one might believe that Hindus will put their full focus into achieving moksha, but they don't, because achieving moksha is more of the goal of the Atman, like how an actor wins a Grammy and not the character playing the actor, or the character the actor is playing. So, while Hindus do yoga, they don't go all out because they aren't worried about achieving moksha in this life. What Hindus are focused on in this life is fulfilling their dharma. We do this by following the three debts, the parshitas and the ashramas. The three debts are to learn, especially considering the Vedas, to give puja or worship to the gods, and to have children, especially a son. The patas or the three objectives are dharma or a duty, atra, which is the prosperity and providing for a family, and kama, which is pleasure and love and psychological values. The asaramas are the life cycle, which is the student stage, which lasts until you're around 25, which focuses on learning and staying single. The household stage, which focuses on starting a family and providing for it. This is where you start focusing on the three objectives. The retirement stage, which is taking a step back from providing after the birth of your first grandchild and starting to detach from the material world. And the final stage, which starts at around 75, where you give up everything to focus on your moksha. Learned, things made more sense. Non Hindus were allowed because everyone is considered Hindu. They aren't trying too hard religiously because they aren't worried about achieving moksha right now and are just focusing on their dharma. But they are doing their dharma by doing puja, by acknowledging the god Rama and his victory against the demon king Ravana.